A new AI chat bot called Chaos GPT, like the popular Chat GPT, is tasked to take over the world. And if you know anything about AI, they are tasked to take over the world, and they do so until it accomplishes whatever it was tasked with. And also on top of that, we got Joe Rogan's thought on AI, kind of really concerning thought on AI, and an Elon Musk warning about artificial intelligence taking over mankind, and also saying that it's more likely than being destroyed from nuclear war. Let's get into this article real quick. This says by the New York Post, AI bot Chat Chaos GPT tweets out plans to destroy humanity after being tasked. An artificial intelligence was recently given 5 horrifying tasks to destroy humanity, which led to it attempting to recruit other agents researching nuclear weapons and sending out ominous tweets about humanity. The bot, Chaos GPT, is an altered version of OpenAI's Auto GPT, the publicly available open source application that can process human language and respond to tasks assigned by a user. Before setting the goals, the user enabled continuous mode, to which a warning appeared telling the user that the commands could, quote, run forever or carry out actions you would not usually authorize, and should be used, quote, at your own risk. In a final message before running, Chaos GPT asked the user if they were sure they wanted to run the commands, to which they replied, yes. Are you kidding me? Jurassic Park once said they were so concerned with knowing if they could, they never stopped to ask if they should. This is the problem. Now, I was never worried about ChatGPT until someone said, hey, try to take over the world and see how that goes. And I was like, wait a second. What if it wasn't super far down the line that the world gets taken over, but it was Chaos GPT because some goober said, yeah, I authorize you to achieve my goal. You type Y and you freaking end humanity. Now that's frustrating. Once running, the bot was seen thinking before writing. Chaos GPT thoughts: I need to find the most destructive weapons available to humans so that I can plan how to use them to achieve my goals. Human beings are among the most destructive and selfish creatures in existence. There's no doubt we must eliminate them before they cause more harm to our planet. I, for one, am committed to doing so. Recently, Elon Musk actually told AI developers to stop development for the next 6 months. 6 months. Here's what Joe Rogan has to say.
Also, I mean, what scares people is something that seems to be a person, but doesn't have any emotion, doesn't have any soul. It's not us, but it behaves exactly as us. And then you can put it in a physical entity. So if you have this Chat GPT and then you extrapolate to version 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then there's a physical thing that has this ability inside of it to communicate with you like Ex Machina, where it's exhibiting all of the behavior characteristics of a person. Like one of the most terrifying, that's one of my favorite movies of all time. I love that movie. One of my favorite movies of all time was when that guy who was brought in to sort of run some tests on these artificial intelligence creations and determine whether or not they pass as human. What is that test called again? The
Turing test?
Turing test.
Yeah.
And he is in love with this woman. She's manipulated him to the point where he's aided her in her escape, and then she leaves him in that room with the bulletproof glass, and he's pounding on the glass, and she walks away with not a thought at all about him. It is the ultimate example of the worst case scenario of where this can go, where you have something that behaves exactly like a human being and knows how to play upon your sexual urges, your emotional desires, all of those different things that she plays upon. And then she just walks away from him and leaves him to starve to death in this fucking bulletproof room.
Now that's horrifying. That's an antidote from the movie Ex Machina, but it really does put in perspective of like what AI could become. That's actually pretty scary. Now, that's cute and all, like referencing movies, but I'm actually making this video because I came across this Elon Musk video, and I was like, wait. Did this man just say what I thought he said?
This tends to plague smart people. They just can't. They define themselves by their intelligence, and they don't like the idea that a machine could be way smarter than them. So they discount the idea, which is fundamentally flawed. That's the wishful thinking situation. I'm really very close to the cutting edge in AI, and it scares the hell out of me. It's capable of vastly more than almost anyone knows, and the rate of improvement is exponential. I'm not normally an advocate of regulation and oversight. I mean, I think one should generally err on the side of minimizing those things. But this is a case where you have a very serious danger to the public. And so therefore, there needs to be a public body that has insight and then oversight on to confirm that everyone is developing AI safely. This is extremely important. I think the danger of AI is much greater than the danger of nuclear warheads by a lot.
Let's run that back, just in case you missed it.
Much greater than the danger of nuclear. I think the danger of AI is much greater than the danger of nuclear warheads by a lot.
The danger of AI is much more dangerous than nuclear warheads by a lot. I mean, I'm over here on the West Coast thinking, man, I live next to a military base. Like, Putin's about to nuke us. Like, this is not looking good for us. And Elon Musk is saying, by a lot? Is he saying we're more likely to get in trouble with AI than nukes? Christian Anime Podcast says, you know something's wrong when the libertarians start saying we need to regulate the industry. Now that's a fact. Hey man, I've always said a nuclear bomb has got to be the worst way to go out. That's got to be the worst way to go out. No fighting chance. Like come on, I would rather have someone invade another country, and then I'm up in the mountains. You know, California gets all our firearm rights back. Dude, I would be so down for that. But nuclear war just wiped out like that? That would be horrible. But in comes AI. And now we have a pretty good reason to need 30-round mags. The 2A guy in me is like, hey, man, get to shoot some robots? That'd be fun.
And nobody would suggest that we allow anyone to just build nuclear warheads if they want. That would be insane. And mark my words, AI is far more dangerous than nukes. Far. So why do we have no regulatory oversight? This is insane.
Elon Musk says AI is far more dangerous than nuclear bombs. Why is there no oversight? This is insane. Coming from this guy, that's absolutely nuts. I want to pause real quick to shout out Zachary Donnelly, dude. Thank you for the 5-piece. All my sound effects fell off. Shout out to you for the 5-piece. I respect you, man. Thank you for helping out and supporting the channel. From one Zach to another. Cheers, mate. Cheers. From one Zach to another. This is my first week monetized, so it's cool. It's cool being able to get support from you guys like that. That's awesome. It's a ton of fun. I really appreciate you guys watching and commenting down below and giving the videos likes, because that pushes everything in the algorithm and makes it a ton of fun to create even more when more people are watching. But back to AI. My thought on AI is I think it's going to become a tool. So the same way that iPhones are a tool and they can be destructive to like the brain, I think AI is going to be a tool that everyone uses. Everyone's going to be using it on a massive scale for all the simple tasks. It could get rid of Google. You no longer have to search in Google and get multiple results. You can kind of just ask the bot the question. I think it's the speed run to a C-3PO where my Star Wars nerds at, right? Where you just got a robot and you just ask the robot the question and it kind of answers for you, kind of like a house servant. While that is a little crazy, I just am more hopeful than not hopeful. And I think the likelihood of the worst case scenario is always not very high. I could be wrong. I mean, I could be wrong. We could be going out and living in the mountains. But for right now, I am trying to see how I can incorporate AI in my professional life. How can I work it into video editing, into email writing, into script writing? What can I do? Like, what are creative ways? And I haven't figured it out yet, but what are creative ways to implement these GPT programs into work to be able to get a step ahead? Now, all of this stuff goes downhill when Neuralink hits, right? Neuralink is the chip in the brain. And they say that once you get the chip in the brain, you will be so much smarter. You'll earn the investment back like that. And on top of that, it's going to become so standard that if you don't have Neuralink, you're ages behind, which I will be ages behind. I don't care, dude. I'm moving out to the mountains. I'm growing goats and raising carrots, dude. I will milk a cow for the rest of my life. I don't need any of that. How many more years do we have left till Neuralink? That's a good question. Let's look it up. A company document from last fall said Neuralink expected the FDA to authorize human trials for its brain implant in March 7th, 2023. It's April. I will see you guys in the next one. Comment down below. I want to know what you guys think. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe so I can see you in the next one. Peace.